There comes a moment in every life when silence feels heavier than words. You stand before a mirror and see the reflection of who you are, but behind those eyes lives a quiet question. Who could I be if I truly believed in myself? Belief isn't a switch that turns on overnight. It's a slow awakening, a decision made in the stillness between doubt and desire. To believe is to take the first step without knowing if the ground will meet your foot. It's an act of courage, disguised as hope. Imagine a seed buried deep underground. It knows nothing of sunlight or open air, yet something inside urges it to push upward. It doesn't know if it will reach the surface, it simply tries. That is self-belief, a quiet insistence that says, keep going. No applause, no guarantees, just faith in the unseen. Every great life begins in that darkness. The artist before the first canvas, the writer before the first page, the dreamer before the first chance. In a small town surrounded by grey hills lived a young girl named Arya. She dreamed in color, soft blues, radiant golds, clouds painted in pink and silver. While the world spoke in caution, Arya spoke in shades of wonder. But when she told her teachers she wanted to be an artist, they laughed. Her parents urged her to be practical. Her friends said dreams don't feed you, so she stopped painting. For years she carried emptiness, believing everyone else must know better. One evening, standing on her rooftop, she looked at the stars and whispered, "If I don't believe in myself, who will?" The next morning she picked up her brush again. One painting turned into dozens. A decade later, her colors hung in galleries far beyond her little town. Arya's greatest masterpiece was not her art, it was her decision to believe again. What if I told you that belief isn't just a feeling, it's science? Belief reshapes reality because it reshapes perception. Inside the human brain lives a system called the reticular activating system, a gatekeeper that filters the endless information surrounding us. What we believe becomes its compass. If you expect failure, your mind collects reasons to quit. But if you expect growth, it finds paths you never noticed before. Your beliefs instruct your brain on what to see and what to ignore. This is why optimism is not naive. It is a neurological strategy. Self-belief trains your thoughts to search for possibility. Most of us walk through life wearing masks, the mask of confidence, the mask of control, the mask of, "I'm fine." Behind them often hides a trembling question. Am I enough? True belief is not pretending to be fearless. It's about meeting your fear, shaking its hand, and walking forward together. Courage isn't the absence of weakness. It's the refusal to let weakness rule. When you face the mirror tomorrow morning, don't demand perfection. Look for progress. Look for the person who hasn't given up. Think about the weight of other people's opinions. Every visionary has walked through the fire of ridicule. People mocked the Wright brothers until they saw wings rise from sand. They doubted Edison, who simply replied, "I have not failed. I have found 1,000 ways that don't work." The world often laughs at what it doesn't yet understand. Do not let another person's disbelief define your destiny. You carry a story that is far too rare to be measured by the noise of the crowd. There will be nights when you feel completely alone with your dream, when the phone is silent and support seems far away. Those nights are sacred. That is when belief matures from excitement into endurance. Believing in yourself isn't loud. It's a whisper that says, "I can do this," even when no one else is listening. Consistency in the dark builds, brilliance in the light. Every single person you admire once stood where you are now, uncertain, afraid, and unfinished. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. J.K. Rowling's manuscript was rejected 12 times. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before he revolutionized technology. Their secret wasn't luck. It was the stubborn belief that their story wasn't over yet. Each no became a next. Each setback became a rehearsal for success. So let's try something. For 1 week, just 7 days, guard your language. When you think, "I can't," replace it with, "I'm learning." When you feel, "I'm not enough," whisper to yourself, "I'm becoming." Just notice how your mind shifts, how opportunities begin to reveal themselves where you saw none before. The world mirrors the tone of your thoughts. Speak belief, and life will echo it back to you. A traveler once climbed a steep mountain. He stumbled often, scraped his hands, and felt the wind push him back. Each time he fell, he said, "I can still move forward." When he reached the summit, he realized the true mountain was never the rock before him, but the doubt inside him. You are that traveler. Every act of belief, no matter how small, moves you closer to the summit of your potential. Inside you lives a voice that refuses to die, a quiet companion that says, "You were meant for more." That voice is not arrogance. It is remembrance, your soul recalling its purpose. You have to trust it, feed it with courage. Let it grow louder than fear. The moment you choose to believe in yourself, the universe bends slightly in your favor. Doors appear where there were walls. Light breaks through where there was only shadow. Belief is not found. It is built. Every decision, every small victory, every time you rise after falling, you are laying another brick in the foundation of self-trust. When the world tells you no, just smile softly, because you've already said yes to yourself. So, remember this. The greatest gift you can give yourself is permission. Permission to try, to fail, to rise, and to dream again. No one else can live your life, write your story, or breathe your purpose. So stand tall, take that first step, and keep believing. Because belief, true, stubborn, unshakable belief, is where every extraordinary story begins. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build a community that believes.